Hey folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
Northern California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers. Off we go from L.A. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the San Francisco offense as they are led out by their quarterback, the man known as Jimmy G. That's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And when Jimmy Garoppolo came out of Eastern Illinois, many people saw a strong-arm guy, well-schooled in the passing game, who needed a little bit of time to develop and reach his potential. Starting to go in that direction right now. A former linebacker in high school, he plays the game with a lot of toughness.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. First down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Running across the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2003, also 3-time Pro Bowler from Alcorn State, Steve McNair.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
The Hall of Famer's kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
The score, Chargers 3, 49ers nothing.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Julius Peppers gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Julian Edelman. It's taken to the 26. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd. Drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
As early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll run with a longtime Buccaneer. It's Mike Alstott. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, here's McNair. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is going to be 49 football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Kendrick Bourne. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. To throw is Garoppolo. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's fourth down.
Out of the end zone.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on fourth down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Chargers.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Morton Anderson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Garoppolo looks to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Open man is born. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this a 39-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
49ers 3.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On the carry is Allstott. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
The tackle made.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A give to the fullback. It's Allstott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They go again with Allstott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now how about that call, handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 17.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Garoppolo. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, but it'll be 2nd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Edelman set to return, powering his way forward.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 46.
Steve McNair ready to get back under center.
They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
And spreading the wealth has been very effective. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's McNair.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey down.
That's caught inside the 20. And away in for a Charger touchdown. McCaffrey, 54 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's got it up and through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Garoppolo's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. One across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, 49ers.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo on first down.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That's complete, right around the 8.
And the Niners are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former 49er, Deion Sanders. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
intercepted.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The quick dive with Allstein. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run with their fullback. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
And that was a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.